Okay, I don't want to be horizontal. Add name here 215. Let me know what your name is. Drop it in the comments because you are always repping on my Instagram. And I just want to say big ups to you. What do you do? Are you a chef or are you a baker? What do you do? What's going on? So, welcome to our first, I guess, live virtual ebook launch. I got my babies here with me. Rob couldn't make it. He got called into work. So I got my kids here. Jay, say hey.
Hi.
And Robbie. Come on, Robbie. The teenager. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't want to be here. They want to be upstairs. But what's going on, Jill? Hey. I'm straight now. Thanks, honey. Thank you. So I am here, as I have been letting y'all know for so long. We've written another ebook. It is a special Baker's edition. Bam! Can y'all see? Can y'all see? It is the Baker's edition to Think Like a CEO. We wrote that book last year, and the premise of the Think Like a CEO first edition was basically to help entrepreneurs. Because here's the thing, we're bakers, right? And when we started Cupcakeology, there was nobody out there helping retail brick and mortar business owners. So right now we have mentors all over the place, right? There are mentors all over the internet, but a lot of them are helping other entrepreneurs start a business online, right? So there is a lack of people out there helping people trying to build a career with a brick and mortar, how to start a business with a brick and mortar, right? So, hey, Lisha Sweets, hey girl. And so that is the reason why I wrote last year, Think Like a CEO, the first edition. It's basically to help side hustlers, right? Because African Americans, we are the bomb.com, and we are an amazing people. We know how to side hustle our behind off, right? But who's out there sharing the real deal, the low down on how to take our side hustle and actually turn it into a real business? So that's where my husband and I come in, because what's going on, Seven City Mike? Nice of you to join us. Hey. So we started our program. We have an online coaching program. We have these 2 ebooks, and it's basically to give you the blow by blow, the step by step. Like, we literally give you every single component that you're going to need to transition that side hustle to a real brick and mortar, whether it be a storefront, whether it be a food truck, whether it be you just want to rock out with farmers markets for a while, just to see what's going on. What are you guys doing?
He has my phone in the
Alright, so we're going to concentrate on here, right? These kids. Anybody out there with kids, listen, drop a heart for me in the comments, because I'm struggling, right? Because they sitting up here on camera acting like I can't feel them fighting behind my back.
How did you know that?
But yes, so that is the reason why we wrote Think Like a CEO. So when we've gotten tons of feedback, tons of testimonials, tons of, hey Melanie, good to see you. Join us, girl. Listen, I am going live in our group, okay? Make sure you're there. We're going to go over our 2021 goals, so make sure you pop in next week. So thanks for dropping in now. But so we decided, now that we're helping these people, these entrepreneurs, start their brick and mortar, we need to be more specific with bakers, because that's who we are. We're bakers, right? So we've gotten people asking us, further questions are on, how do I find my vendors? Like, how do I get my my wholesale, game up? Where do I go? What kind of machines do I need? What type of ovens do I need? What type of amperage do I need? Just all type of bakery specific things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I need to write a book for us bakers, right? Because again, everybody's out there showing people how to start a business online, but how many people are trying to help bakers get a brick and mortar. Y'all are in y'all home. We started there. We understand. We know. We were in our home. We were hustling. This little girl right here, I'm about to wring her neck. This little girl right here was a year old. Okay. This little boy right here was in daycare. All right. So I wanted nothing more than to stop baking from my home and actually quit my 9 to 5 and actually take that bakery from my home and transfer it into a real brick and mortar, right? But I couldn't do that. I didn't have the funds. I didn't have people supporting me, giving me loans or giving me seed money and things like that. I didn't have that, right? So we had to start small. And that's why our program is called Start Small Win Big, because we had to start small and take little bite-sized steps to get to where we are now, right? So I just don't want you guys to think that you have to dot all your I's and cross all of your T's before you actually jump out there, because nothing's ever going to be right. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Nothing's ever going to be, exactly how you want it. So it's like you have to, but I can't tell you when that time is. Like, the only thing I can help you do is give you the necessary education and the information to let you know as best as possible to let you know what you're about to get into, right? I can help you with how to price your product, how to price your cakes, and how to price what you're worth, because that's one of the biggest things that you guys are kind of not as confident with, pricing your products. Many of you DM me and ask me questions like, I have no idea how to price my product. I'm just throwing prices out there, right? So, I can give you the step-by-step, the blow-by-blow of what to put in your pricing, how to add in not just your cost, your raw materials, but how to add in your utilities, how to add in your packaging. A lot of you forget your packaging. You know what I'm saying? How to add in your labor as a cost of goods sold, but don't just stop there. Like, a lot of you think that your labor is your profit, and then you stop there. You don't add in a profit. And then you're wondering why you're selling these gorgeous cakes and you're selling all of these cheesecakes and brownies and cookies, and at the end of the day, once you get paid, you don't see anything in the bank account, right? So a lot of you are like, I don't understand, I'm not seeing a profit. And that's the reason why you're not seeing a profit, is because you're taking your salary that you're adding into your cost. I hope you're doing that, right? You're taking your salary that you're adding into your cost, and you're not also giving yourself a profit margin. You're not marking that product up. So your cost, your packaging, your ingredients, your materials, your cleaning, supplies, your utensils, your everything that you need to add into that cost, as well as your salary, whatever that may be, whatever you want it to be, plus your markup. Okay. Do not forget to add in that markup. Okay. Because that is going to be your profit, and you get to decide what percentage you want that markup to be. All right. But also, not only do you just decide what that you want that markup to be, you have to go by what your market can bear, right? So that is all of the things that we cover here in the Think Like a CEO Baker's Edition ebook that just dropped. All right. If y'all don't have it, listen, when this live is over, make sure y'all go in the link in my bio, click that link and cop it, because literally everything, the pricing is one of the longest. Anybody who has it, and y'all read it, drop some, information. Let us know what you thought about it, because that was one of, I think, the longest chapters in there, because I wanted to make sure that I really broke it down so it can be very simple for you guys to understand, because that is going to be your key to pocketing, or I shouldn't say pocket, because I don't want you to pocket it, but I want you to reinvest that in the growth of your business. So you're not going to be able to actually make that transition if you're just charging what you're putting out. If you're just charging what you're grabbing from Walmart, your ingredients, and you're not really marking up that product, that cake, those cupcakes, them brownies, the donuts, you really have to make sure you're marking it up. So that's another reason why we wrote the second edition to Think Like a CEO, the Baker's Edition, so you guys can really know what you're about to get into. And funding, oh my gosh, that's that's another, different thing, because the funding, So going back to with people on the internet helping other people start businesses, right? There's a plethora of them people, but there's not too many people really teaching people reality. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is you ain't gonna get no small business loan when you're a brand new business owner trying to get on your feet. You don't have enough, credit. You don't have enough background. You don't have enough for that bank. You don't have enough collateral. You don't have any collateral probably. You know what I'm saying? So that bank is not going to really trust you enough or your business enough to give you money up front. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's my favorite chapter in the funding section. Yes, girl, like let them know. I really took my time and I wanted to make sure that y'all really understood that, because that is the key to transitioning yourself out of your home and into, wherever you want to go, storefront, food, truck, whatever it is. So that funding part, like with people telling you, and it bothers me, like, oh yeah, get your credit together to get a small business loan. To get your credit together is right, but to get your small business loan, that's a facade. Like that's a fake reality. And so most people they stop in their tracks because they go for that small business loan, as we did, and completely got embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to qualify. So we really break down again in the Think Like a CEO Baker's Edition ebook, exactly what we did and the funding that we really still use. We've never gotten a small business loan from a bank. Okay. And quite frankly, I don't want one. And you'll know why in that, once we explain that in the ebook. So, but the main thing is getting your mind right. Once you decide to commit to yourself and your business and actually getting it, making it real, getting your mind right is the key, because you're going to have to get out of that side hustle mentality. You're going to have to start getting into the real business owner mentality and start thinking like Walmart, start thinking like Target, start thinking like, Auntie Anne's and Mrs. Fields, and start thinking like a CEO. You know what I'm saying? Because you get your business legit, you get your business right and on paper, and then all of those other perks that business owners are privy to, you're going to start getting those. So you're going to start seeing funding opportunities come to you. Once you start making your business legit and just get out of that side hustle mentality, right? Period. Look, period, Tony, okay? Period. I saw a question up there, because I can go on and on forever, but I saw a question up there. When you started, how long did it take for you to see a profit? So here's the thing. The reason why I'm such a stickler and I really go hard on that pricing lesson chapter is because honestly, about 4 years ago, okay, we're 9 years into the business, and I would say about 4 years ago, it wasn't until we really started pricing what we were worth. We were scared, we were nervous, we were like, oh, they're not going to pay this. Oh, and actually my mom's on here too. Mom, put in the comments, like, you were one of the biggest ones saying, listen, Jen, you're doing this, you're doing that, and those people are not paying what you're worth. You know what I'm saying? So no, there was nobody there telling us and giving us the information and letting us know, like, y'all are underpricing yourselves. Look at what everybody else, like, your market can bear, you pricing like 50% more. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't understand the whole profit margin situation. I was one of the ones that thought, oh, I'm adding my salary in there, I'm good. So it took us a while to answer your question to start seeing a profit. And that all came into play when we start getting mentors, when I started, investing in the education of my business, because there's no way on God's green earth that you can run a business and continue to grow it successfully without educating yourself. And that's not just educating yourself on how to make the product better. Like, you should always educate yourself on that. How to make your product better, how to become a better baker, how to become, a better decorator, how to just keep up with the times and know what the trends are and how to make sure you go with the trends, but also educate yourself consistently on how to become a better business owner. So whether you're a baker, you making clothes, you selling, you have a convenience store, you're selling tires, it doesn't matter. Always invest in your education on how to become a better business owner. So the funding, we lost a lot. We left a lot on the table because we didn't properly know how to price what we were worth, and we weren't confident. So learning what we teach you in that ebook will teach you how, learning what you need to put in your pricing will teach you, will build up your confidence, because you're going to be like, dang, I know to put this in there. Yeah, I do this, I do that. I take time. Oh wow, I could put this in there. I take time to take them photos and put and advertise it. I take time to go drive to the grocery store to go get the ingredients. I take time to do this. And y'all asking me for this, and y'all asking me to put that on the cake. Cool, but you're gonna pay for it. Like all of that, you build up your confidence knowing all that, knowing that that is okay. And then you're going to sell yourself short and other business owners around you if you're undercutting yourself, because you're undercutting them. You know what I'm saying? So back to you. I hope I answered your question. It took us a while to start seeing the profit, but once we learned what to put in our pricing and, how to be confident about it, that's when, things took a big turn for us, and we just, started going upwards from there. But thank you so much. Oops, for asking that question. I know my kids are killing me. Like they think they don't see me back. Listen, y'all. What do you want to say, Jay? Jay wants to say something. Jay, listen. I just want to encourage you guys to start. We are about to be in a new year. I don't know how long you guys have been, baking or doing whatever your business is as a side hustle. Do not keep it as a side hustle long enough. If that's what you want, if that's your goal, cool. That's what's up, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make sure that you have the knowledge, the resources, and everything that you're going to need to learn to make that, once you make that transition into a reality. I'm going to make sure that once it is a reality, that you're going to feel confident enough to say deuces to your 9 to 5. You're going to feel confident enough to really blow that business out of the park, because my kids are about to tell y'all what life is like, as a business owner. And once we made that decision to jump, for me to quit my 9 to 5 in corporate, selling real estate to sell cupcakes, okay? Life has totally changed for us. And once you get out of that mentality of side hustler into real business owner mode, then doors start to open for you that you never would have seen coming. I mean, if you don't take that leap and do what's necessary to start that dream that you've been working so hard on, you're never going to see your fullest potential in life. Okay? And that's real talk. Like I just wanted to have a bakery and to get this one out of daycare and this one out of daycare. You know what I'm saying? That's all I thought it was going to be. Never could I have imagined in a million years that we would have been shipping, our stuff all over the place. Never would I imagine in a million years that we would be manufacturing our homemade cake batter for people to make their own cakes at home. Like forget Betty Crocker, forget, Pillsbury and all them other box ones. Like all you got to do was open that joint up, put the cake batter in the cake pan, and you got cake. You know what I'm saying? And people are really buying that. Like never could I have imagined that, we would have been on the Steve Harvey show. You know what I'm saying? And then never could I have imagined that one appearance would have taken Cupcakeology global, like taking Cupcakeology all over the place. We're a destination. When people come in from California, they tell their Uber driver to come to Collindale because they want to, meet the owners of Cupcakeology. When people come from Atlanta, they want to come to Cupcakeology. When people come from Texas, they want to come to Cupcakeology just because of that. And then now, being a resource to people like you guys to start your dream, to make that dream a real reality without a lot of the roadblocks that we went through. I just want to be that resource for you, because I just want to make sure that y'all live up to your fullest potential. So Jay, I saw something. I'm sorry. Mama, you are here talking? Don't be afraid to trust your knowledge and experience, even though your experiences came from your own kitchen. That's right. Starting from home is a great experience. It is, and can be carried over to your storefront. Yes, it is. Like, from our home, and then I wanted the grand storefront that I have now, but that wasn't my reality. I couldn't jump from home to where I am now. There were about like 10 steps in between, right? So, and never am I embarrassed from jumping from my home to a half kitchen, right? Selling from a half door, right? Y'all remember that half door. So yes, working from your home and starting off in your home is definitely something to be proud of, as long as you keep educating yourself and you keep moving forward to realizing your dream and your destination is going to be much bigger. Like, where you are now is not where you're going to end up. Just remember that. So you guys just keep pushing. So you feel there is a lot of competition in your area, and how do you adjust? There's competition everywhere. And to be quite honest, it's not the other bakeries that are our competition. I mean, they are, but our competition is more of the big box stores. And you're going to find that wherever you are too. You know what I'm saying? Your Walmart is selling wedding cakes. Like, I remember when they started selling wedding cakes, I'm like, seriously, Walmart, y'all in the finding game now? You know, Walmart, you know, Acme, whatever your grocery stores are, like Sam's Club, like those are going to be your competition. The other bakeries in our area, there's tons of them, but you know, we've become support for each other. We've become like, you know, especially the black owned ones, like we got to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. Like, we started Cupcakeology in a predominantly white neighborhood. They didn't want to see us there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to see us come in selling mainstream food to everybody. You know, they're used to us starting a hair salon, or, you know, a soul food, you know, restaurant or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? A beauty salon, you know, just selling to our people. But they're like, yo, this little black boy and girl, like, they want to come in selling cupcakes here, you know? And then they shut down. Like, they let us open because of where we opened. They didn't think we were going to last long. You know what I'm saying? They were like, oh, you're going to get a couple people in here. We'll let them open. Oh, we fooled y'all. That was 9 years ago. Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So they completely shut us down. Like, they do not support us. You know, the whole borough, that township that we're in do not support us. So when I found other black owned bakeries popping up, like, I'm like, you know, hey, what's going on? How can I help you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't look at them as a competition, because some things that I do that, you know, they may do, I send people to them, and vice versa, you know? So kind of, you know, don't worry about your competition too much. You know, and another thing is, you can have 11 bakeries on that same block that you're opening up. And honey, I don't know who you are. Tell me your name in the chat. But there's only one you. That I do know for sure. I may not know who you are, but there's only one you. So therefore, you know, your customers are going to gravitate towards you because they like you, right? And that's another thing that I really break down in the Marketing Like a Beast section, that you focus on you. Like, when you're marketing, make sure you're grabbing the emotional heartstrings of your customers, right? Like, don't just sit up there and post tons of cakes. Like, you have to advertise your cakes, don't get me wrong, but don't just sit up there and post tons of cakes, because they see that all over their timeline every single day. So they just scrolling. They scrolling right past your, you know, cake, your cupcakes, cheesecake, whatever you make, right? But if you're telling a story through your products, then they're gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, let me see what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me like her. So then you posting more, you giving them more, you know, of your journey. You're giving them more of your, you know, of your behind the scenes. You're giving them more of your story, your, you know, things like that. They're going to start liking you. They're going to fall in love with you, you know? So then, and then if they get a chance to taste your product, and that product is hitting for something, you golden. You know what I'm saying? Because now, not only are they going to come to you all the time, they're going to tell all their friends about you, because they like who you are. They like that you're transparent. They like that you entertain them. They like that, you know, you got a daughter that has special needs too. And lo and behold, so do they. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't worry too much about competition. Just remember to mind your own business. Like, literally, right? Mind your own baking business, because that's the one that you're worried about, that you're going to grow. And there's customers, there's enough out here for us all to eat. There's enough customers for you and the person next to you and the person on the other side of you. Okay. But if I had to answer that question a different way, the only, you know, competition I would really worry about are the big box stores, because they're selling, you know, essentially what you're selling for cheap, but it's really not what you're selling, because you're putting TLC into what you're doing, you know? So let those people go to them. They're not your people anyway. They're not going to be your customers anyway, because they're just going to complain about prices, about this, about that, and you don't want them. So you don't even want that headache. But I just want my kitty to tell you what it's like to grow up in a bakery.
I'm just left out like.
I know. I'll get to you. I'll get to you. But Tookie, like you were 1. You were 1 years old when we started Cupcakeology. And I remember this little girl used to hide and read books in color in between my sugar and my flour. And I didn't know where the heck she was. She's like a cat. You know what I'm saying? But what are some of the things that you remember most or that you liked the most or learned the most about growing up in a bakery?
Number one, this wasn't more like a learn or like. This is more like a never do it again. No, never doing that again. One time, I told everyone this a lot of times. One time, I climbed up on the grate. It was like it's this huge.
My
grate.
bacon rack. So you know the bacon rack where you store all your stuff, your pans and everything on.
Yeah, so I started climbing on them because I was just started climbing on them because I was kind of bored, and the whole rack fell on me. So I was just stuck there until I found my voice and I screamed. But life in a bakery as a kid is really fun. You learn how to cook very young. I can cook a lot of things now. It's just really fun and it's just cool to be around that work environment. I know it was hard for my mom to keep us in the bakery with them, but it was just definitely a life-changing experience. And it's just crazy because like the bakery, it was and it'll always be my home. And it's just like my family is there, my home is there. And when we moved houses, when we were living in a hotel, coming to the bakery, it was just like I'm home. Even though we didn't have a home, it's like I'm a home.
You know, and our employees are your family, literally,
yes,
right?
yes.
And some we've adopted into family.
Yes, it's just so fun. It's just so neutral. And it's just so cool, especially when I was in school, and I'm homeschooled now. Especially when I was in school, all the kids were like, "Can you bring me a cupcake? Or can you give me a cake or something?"
Yeah, they definitely get a lot of clout being the children of bakery owners. That's for doggone sure. Because everywhere they go, and it's also gotten them out of some, especially this one.
You don't use that word.
It's gotten you out of trouble. It's gotten this one out of
For
trouble
real?
many a times. You know, I get phone calls from the teachers. I'm like, dang, he in trouble again. Like, let me bring up these cupcakes, you know, and sweeten them over a little bit, and he should be all right. But those are some of the things, guys, that I don't want you to miss out on. That's something that I want you guys to have a chance, you know, to experience, you know, in your business. And you can't do that until you start. You know, just start. Robbie, how about you?
Okay, so
Big guy.
let's see, where would I start off at? So,
How has life been growing up in a bakery, and what has it taught you? What did it teach you?
life growing up in the bakery was definitely, at first when I was young, I didn't know nothing about it. I just thought like, oh, I'm here every day, so this might be like just somewhere I'm supposed to be, or maybe this is mommy's job. And
You just playing around.
yeah,
playing
I'm
with-
just playing around, messing with Jay, you know, doing the usual, maybe making some bubbles inside the sink. But once I started getting older, I started to learn the process of just knowing knowing what they go through on a daily basis, just to keep the bakery open.
Yes, the ins and outs,
And
the business part, right?
and I started to do like a lot of the stuff like getting ingredients. Me and my dad, we go there like every month. We go to this place called Jet Show. Huge place. All the businesses shop there, and restaurants. Yeah. So we go there all the time, and it's a lot because it's a lot of ingredients. But we
learn
always
the
make it work.
process. Like he learns the process of what did I just tell you the other day? FIFO. You know, for you guys that have food on here, FIFO, first in, first out. You know, you have to. And he's learning that whole entire process. You know, he went from playing with, you know, frosting and cupcakes to actually, you know, doing the food order with his dad, to actually stocking and learning how to restock, learning how to take the order, you know, from dishes to actually making up, cupcake flavors. And now he's up front working with the customers, and he knows, how to smooth over a customer when, they have an issue or something like that. He's learning customer service, and all of this is natural to them. And all of these are things that, we didn't grow up as an African American family. Like, we didn't grow up with business talk, and we didn't grow up with all of that in, our normal lives. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. In the normal lives. So, this is something that we're proud of, because this is all something that is natural and normal to them. So now that they're getting older and they're branching off, and they're learning who they are, and they're learning the concept of, okay, like Jay, she likes to write. Okay, I like to write. How can I turn this into a business? And her work ethic is crazy, because she sees her mom and her dad's work ethic crazy, and she sees that, when you put your all into something, and when you're working hard on something, these are the results that you get. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you may not get the results you want. Then all you have to do is flip it and do something different. You just can't keep doing the same things and, getting the same result. If that's not the result you like, you got to switch up what you're doing, and that's like one of the things that I try to basically tell my mentees and my students. Like, if there's something that you've been doing time and time again, and you keep getting the same result, then honey, you got to try something different. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that they're learning in real time, and they're putting now that they're older, they're starting to put that into the things that they're talented at and the things that they like to do. So it's giving them a crazy work ethic, just seeing us hustle every day and seeing what's come out of it. So I'm leaving it open to y'all questions. Listen, if you don't have it, Think Like a CEO Baker's Edition. So the Think Like a CEO First Edition is available. That link is in my bio. And that's for anybody who just, wants to turn their side hustle into a retail business. It doesn't necessarily have to be a baking business, but for you bakers out there, this is the way to go, the Baker's Edition. If you want a different result and you really are committed to getting your bakery started next year, this is your Bible, okay? This is going to be your Baker's Bible. Go and get it now. It'll be the best Christmas gift you ever going to give yourself, because it's going to totally change your life, okay? And we also have, I'm going to open up spots to our coaching program, where you get to work closely with Rob and I for, you'll get everything that's in that book and so much more. And then you'll also get the accountability of us and others, if you're really serious about starting something. So, you want to book a call with me, that link is in my bio too. But I'm leaving it open to you guys to ask me anything. Here's your chance. Like, those burning questions that you've been having and could not get answers to, I'm here. Now is your time to ask, okay? Now, Robbie is very good at the front counter as well as working the register. Yes, he is. I'm proud of my baby. This was great. Thank you, Tony. But yeah, guys, now is the time to ask. Like, I'm here. I'm a resource. Educate yourself on wherever you want to go. And even if it's not baking, even if it's not food, and you want to become, be a designer or jewelry or whatever your business is, make sure that you find somebody who is where you want to be and follow them, dig into them. Our program is not just what we're teaching. You also, when you get a mentor, you're also getting them. You're also getting their habits. You're also getting to follow, their mindset, and you're also getting to follow people that they follow. And that has just been the best thing that has, it's totally ever since we started investing in our education, Rob and I, I'm telling you, it's totally changed the course of the business, which totally changed our lives. So I'm here. Any questions? That's okay, honey. You're late. It's all good. You can watch the replay. Because I'm about to go get some more wine. This guy right here is about to make some cookies. He done turned on the doggone lemonade. He done turned on the doggone oven while I'm sitting up here talking. Like, he's ready. You know what I'm saying? But beyond cupcakes, I'll hang on for another couple seconds. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm here to answer, but I just want to leave you guys off with this note. It's not going to be perfect. It's not, you're not going to get that, okay, I've checkmarked everything. I'm done. Now it's time for me to quit my job and transition into my bakery. It's not going to happen like that. Your job is to get as much information as possible. Okay? And your job is to make sure that you're totally educated on what you're about to get into. And your job is to have that faith. Okay? Have that faith to make that jump and know that you're going to be okay. Okay? Please, everybody, yes. My mom says, please, everybody, get this book. Should be your Baker's Bible. It literally is your Baker's Bible. Okay? I put my all into it. Rob said, babe, take your time. Make sure you give them every single thing. And that's what I did. Okay? For all y'all who pre-ordered it, thank you so much. All right, girl. Now, Caked Up Nene. Ha! I got it! Caked Up Nene. I got it down, girl. Tell me if I got it right. I absolutely love the book. Thank you so much for it. You're very welcome. Let me know, what lesson in there, in the comments, if you don't mind. What lesson in there hit you the most, gave you the most aha moment, while reading it. You said thank you so much. But yeah, let us know in the comments, what chapter hit you the best, and really, feel like that it's going to really change the course of where you're going. Because I ask you guys all the time, what are you struggling most with? So, I know what we struggle with and what helped us, but I also try to always get you guys' feedback and everything, so I can make sure I put it on my material. If you don't follow us on YouTube, follow us on YouTube. The link is in our bio. I'm going to be dropping so many videos in there so you can just binge watch a whole bunch of videos. My goal is to make sure I flood you guys with so much information and so much value that you guys feel confident in moving to your next step. Okay? How many pages and how long is the reading? I wrote it, so I don't know how long it is, but somebody else maybe can answer that question in the chat. It's 100 and... Now, I printed it out. It don't come like this. It is an ebook, but you can print it out. It's 107 pages, okay? So it depends on how you read it. I know some people tell me that, they read right through it. Then this is the Think Like a CEO first edition. Some people tell me they read right through it, and then they went back chapter by chapter. Read a chapter, implemented, read the next chapter, implemented. So you definitely going to want to keep it as a resource. Because it's going to move you from where you are now to where you want to be. But I say in the book, and I always say all the time, I can give you everything that I have to offer, but none of it works unless you work. Okay, so please don't make this another resource or ebook that you get, you read it once, or maybe don't read it at all, and you going back to doing the same thing, because then you'll be in the same predicament. I want to see y'all open up y'all dream businesses. I want to see y'all come back to me and be like, Jen, I'm open. Jen, I'm at this farmer's market and my business is blowing up. I have my food truck now and I'm going all over the place and everybody knows me now. That's what I want to see. I want to see, and even if y'all in the Philly area, in the Delco area, and y'all come one block, I don't care. I just want to see y'all soar. I want to see y'all thrive out there with your businesses, okay? Your first book lit my burner. I'm sure the second will definitely have me cooking. Yes, girl, you're a blessing come true. Thank you. And that's just what we're trying to be. I just want to be, one guy told me, somebody that I was coaching said that you are truly the mentor that you wanted to have. And he hit the nail on the head, because I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to be. I want to be the mentor for people that I never had. And I want to be the resource out there for y'all that I wish we had, but I don't. My experience is my experience, and you'll have your own experience regardless of what you learn from us. You're still going to have your own experience, and that's going to be your story. So make sure you guys gravitate towards your story, hone in on your story, and really master your uniqueness, because your uniqueness is going to be, you know, what sets you apart. So back to that competition question, you is what's going to set you apart from any other bakery or any other business out there, whatever your business may be. Okay, so just own that. And a lot of people say, how do I create a story when I don't have a story? You know, I'm boring. Nobody, everybody has a story. You know, there's something in you that is unique, that is interesting to other people. So, you know, don't say that. You're not boring. Do you still offer mentoring? I do. And we are about to go through a total revamp of that coaching program. It's an online coaching program. It's called the Start Small Win Big Academy. And we're about to go through a whole revamp. So I'm going to have one more free training class live, and it's going to be on New Year's Eve. So if you want to hang out with me for an hour and a half, because I talk a lot, on New Year's Eve, and I go through a free training, a little more in depth, you know, than what I usually do. And I'll invite you, I'll open up the doors just for that night to the Start Small Win Big Academy, where you can be coached by my husband and I, and pretty much get every resource that we have to offer, and the accountability from us to stay on your behind to make sure you do what you want to do. And you'll be able to get in at the price that it is now, but after the new year, after we revamp this thing, it will never be the price again. So I will definitely, if you want to learn more about that, go on the link in my bio and book a call with me, and I'll be happy to explain it to you. But I'll be announcing that masterclass in a couple of days, actually. So yes, we are still doing coaching. And the good thing about that is once you're in, you know, so every time I go through an upgrade, you know, you get the new upgrade. So, you know, it's not like a 8-week class and then you're out. Like, you're always there. You have us until you have your business. So thanks for asking about that. Beyond Cupcake said, I'm in Easton, PA. Okay, PA, whoop whoop. I'm in Easton, PA. Been a struggle for me, but your book was a great eye opener. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So hearing that really makes me excited, and hearing that really makes me happy. But again, I love that you said it was an eye opener, but Beyond Cupcake 17, make sure you don't stop. Okay, make sure you implement everything and you work on your business day in and day out. It's exhausting, you know what I'm saying? It's exhausting, but working on your business, staying focused day in and day out means that you're going to make it to your goal. And I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you work the double. I don't care if your kids is getting on your nerves like these two right now. Okay,
That's not right.
but you, when you get into bed, you listen to a podcast. You know, you read a chapter of an ebook. You watch a YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to sleep. Or even if you don't do that, even if you don't even want screen time, you sit up there and write out your goals and you read it. Okay? You write out or write out what you want to do the next day and you read it. You know, getting back to that mindset, to constantly have your end goal in mind and to make sure that you're up for working on it every single day so you can move the needle every single day, is visualization, manifesting. You can literally manifest what you want. And that's a whole different subject. And Mom, if you're still on here, you know I can talk about that, because I've literally manifested this new house. I manifested where I am in the business, and I'm manifesting where I want to go. Mama wants to be in the video. Ad name here 215. This was a great live. Thank you. You never told me your name though. What is your name? You want to be incognito? So wait, somebody who want to be? Oh, Mama wants to be. Okay, let me add that right. But my mother wants to come on and say some things to you guys. Maybe she has a story. I don't know.
Hey everyone. Oh, what look at that. I just want to say a few things that I don't know if Jenny touched on from back when she was a child. She has been baking since about 10 years old. And I'm sure in her book explains a lot of her experiences, and as well as her knowledge of when she started off and what customers were asking of her. They wanted certain types of cupcakes, or do you have pound cake or this or that? And she has been learning how to to give the customers what they're looking for and what they want, and learn what people like in the area. And so she's bringing all those experiences as well as the experiences she has received after she opened up her store. So I just want to say that she's been baking a long time and she has a lot of knowledge to share. So please read it, but keep it as your baker's Bible, not the Holy Bible, but the Baker's Bible. And because it's not a book that you would read like a novel and you put it away in your bookcase. It needs to be right there at your station that you could look back to, or a day that didn't go well for you. You look back and see what maybe you're doing wrong or what you could do to change that. So good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah.
Mwah.
See ya. I look bad, so I'm not trying to show everything. Bye.
I'm to take you off.
Okay.
Bye. Okay. So that was my mama, y'all. But yeah, she is definitely right. And that's another key thing too, to I believe the working your business plan, because that's another thing. You can go. You can go.
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. To working your business plan. A lot of people too come to me and they ask me, how do I write a business plan? And I'm really not a fan of, okay, I am, but I'm not a fan of just writing a business plan and that's it. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm all for teaching and implementing the business plan, because a lot of times I see when people write a business plan, or they'll get on the phone with me and they're like, listen, I had a business plan, or I have a business plan already. Okay, cool. What's in your business plan? Like, so what's going to be, your first year? What's your plans for your first year? How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? Well, I'm not sure. That's why I'm struggling. But I thought you wrote a business plan, right? People tend to say, I'm going to write a business plan, because that's when you Google how to start a business. That's one of the first things they tell you to do, write a business plan, so you can go and get the small business loan, that small business loan, right? So they go to Google, and then they get a business plan template. They fill it in with their information, not really internalizing and thinking about what they're putting in their business plan. So even if you make it to getting your business, you're really not following a plan, guys. And this is really something that you really have to follow, a plan. So I teach working your business plan, and I give you step by step on how to work your business plan. And I started that to say, I don't know why I always go down this rabbit hole, but the point is knowing, what my mom said, the point is knowing your competition. Some of you guys have been baking in your home and working it as a side hustle for so long that you think you know what your customers want, when a lot of times you don't even know your customers. You don't even know who your perfect customer is, right? Because you're just out there trying to grab any type of business from anywhere. And then you set these prices, and then you think you're good and you think you have a business. And that's not the case. So you guys have to go back to the beginning. Work your business plan, check out who your competition is and really do the footwork. Check out, what's in their store. Check out, what their prices are and why their prices are who they are, and who is their customer, where their customers coming from, how they getting their customers, and why their customers coming back. You have to know all of that stuff. So it's not just making up a business plan and putting it on a template and just saying you have a business plan just for the sake of you have a business plan. You really have to know front to back what your plan is, so you have to know who your competition is, and you have to find out who your target market is. Because when I was talking about competition before, to the young lady who asked me about my competition and how do I handle it, and I was talking about the big box stores, they're not my people anyway. They can go. They're not my customers. I'm not trying to sell to them, because they're not going to appreciate the love and the attention and care I put into my cakes and cupcakes and things like that. So you don't want to go chasing everybody. You need to know exactly who your customer is. So guys, listen, there's so much involved and I could talk all night. So if y'all have any more questions, drop them in the chat. But get out of the side hustler mentality. Okay, that's just my main thing. Think like a CEO. and run your business like a corporation. I don't care if you're still in your house. I don't care if you're selling CDs. CDs, that's old school. I don't care if you're selling from your trunk. Okay, I don't care if you're hustling cupcakes out of your trunk. I don't care if you're selling door to door like a dog on Girl Scout. Okay, think like a CEO and run your business like a corporation, because that's how you're going to set up your business for longevity. That's another thing too. I'm just not here for y'all to open up and 6 months to a year later you're closed just because we got another pandemic and you don't know how to maneuver. Okay, Caked Up Nene said, go get that book. Get that book. The link is in my bio. Go get it, download it, and come on back, because I'm probably still gonna be running my mouth. But that is the thing. I want to set y'all up for longevity, because this is not gonna be the first and last pandemic. You know, 2008 is not going to be the first and last market crash. You know, there's going to be something else that's going to happen in another year, 2 or 3 or 4. Okay. I want you guys to survive all of that so you can build and create a legacy for little ones like this. Okay. Let's build something to pass down to our children, because you can't pass down your job. Like, once you're gone, that job, next day, they fill in your seat. They fill in your cubicle. You know what I'm saying? Leave something for your babies so that they can start off on a different level than you. So I want y'all to build legacy. I want us to build something to build generational wealth. And you may say, how can I build generational wealth by selling cheesecake or by making cakes? I thought the same thing. But back to what I said before, once you have that business, there are going to be so many doors that open up for you that are going to lead to you making more money, building and spreading your brand globally, so that you can start to build generational wealth. You'll start to get that income flooding in so that you can start navigating that money into stocks and mutual funds and real estate and, you know, life insurance policies and just all types of things, that Roth IRAs, all types of things, guys, that is going to set you and your family and their family and their family up forever. Okay? There, you're going to start putting yourself around people that think like you, that are on a different level. Like, you want to be a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You want to look to the left of you and to the right of you. And to the left of you, you want somebody who is where you want to be, that's pulling you up. And to the right of you, you want to be pulling somebody up with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a constant cycle. Like, this is how we're going to change this thing for our people, for our community. You know what I'm saying? So you want to start. You want to make sure that you are doing everything that you do to get your business started. It starts off with your dream. It starts off with the dream of whatever your business is that you're trying to start. Like, I'm sitting up here pleading with you, like, to not just get off this live and feel empowered for the next couple minutes and then go to bed and wake up and then you're in the same spot. I am pleading with you to take every resources, whether you get it from me or somebody else. You know, follow more people that are where you want to be. Follow more people that are going to make sure that that you hold yourself accountable every single day, every single week, every single month, to keep pushing forward. If something don't work, try something different. If that don't work, try something different. Never stop. Okay? Never stop, because they are counting on you, right? This little girl is counting on me because she got big dreams. So I got to make sure I keep doing what I'm doing. Her dad got to make sure he keep doing what he doing. You got big dreams too, Robbie.
Yes, I do.
Robbie ready to hear from making his cookies. Like, I got big dreams too. So we got to make sure that we are doing what we are doing, guys, for our babies, right? Will the book help those outside of the baking industry? So what industry are you in? So we have 2 editions. So if you're in the food industry, not just baking, then I would say yes, absolutely, because we go through some pretty deep stuff in here. But if you are just another product base, you know, jewelry, you know, clothing, or just any business in general, that is the first edition. Think Like a CEO, first edition. So you can find both links in our bio on Instagram. So just choose which one works best for you. But the Think Like a CEO first edition definitely has the business model outline for sure. Because I mean, we even mentor people that are not in the baking industry, and they have definitely moved on. So I would say yes, absolutely. So you guys, all right, I'm serious. I'm letting y'all go. It's a Sunday night. Y'all probably got orders to do, or you just want to chill and watch TV and you're tired of me talking. But I thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, DM me. You know, I'm right there. I'm willing to help you out. And I'm happy to help you out. So you're very welcome, honey. And add name here 215. I gotta find your name again. Was it Tony? That's my dad's name and my sister's name. So I definitely can't forget that. Thank you so much for following us and being awesome. And you keep doing what you do. All right. You in the Philly area, I'm assuming because you got 215, so repping Philly. Hey. And this was awesome. Thank you so much. It was awesome hanging out with y'all. If you don't have it, get it. Link in our bio. Go now. Think Like a CEO Baker's Edition if you're a baker, or Think Like a CEO First Edition if you're just looking to turn your side hustle into a full-time business. Have any questions, DM me. Y'all, make sure y'all working on your business every single day. Be productive. Make it a sweet, sweet night. Y'all say bye.
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 On my phone. Bye.
All right, y'all. Peace. Until next time.
Peace.
I was trying to see if I could.